Good afternoon, Reach Takers. We are now here at a different setting, and I'm so excited to bring you a very young entrepreneur and a very young fearless forecast for today. Alam nyo, sa buhay, marami tayong ina-achieve, but there's one thing that is consistent, and that is mindset. And now and today, we will be happy to bring you the change of mindset that will take you to places. Together, this is China Barachina. Follow me. Let's follow the money.
Time to think rich. Be inspired by personal stories of success. Learn to invest without fear and greed. Ride the latest business trends. Dream big. Dare to be the Philippines' next Bilyonaryo. I'm China Barachina. Follow me. Let's follow the money. Only here on Bilyonaryo Digital.
Taga Cavite ako pero ito ang pinili ko. In the world of branding and business, integrity isn't just a buzzword. It's a guiding principle. I've always been drawn to brands that stay true to their promises, even when spotlight fades. From the timeless rivalry between Coke and Pepsi to the toothpaste wars of Colgate, Happy, and Close Up, I've closely followed the battles that define industry giants. But when it comes to choosing a brand, it's not just about the product, it's about the face and people behind it. I believe in looking beyond the logo to understand the values and faces steering the company's course into the future. Join me as I unveil the reasoning behind my choice to this season finale of Big Time, none other than our special guest, the controversial yet captivating Kangkong King Chips, Frank Gao. Stay tuned for insights, revelation, and perhaps a surprise or two as we delve into the world of Kangkong itself. This is Big Time.
Good afternoon, guys, Reach Takers. We are now in our 13th episode. Parang kailan lang nagsimula tayo ng Follow the Money featuring different entrepreneurs that have different abundance mindset. And today, we are now in our unusual setting. Makikita nyo na I'm not on StreamYard. I'm not on the online setting, but rather I chose to be here kasi napaka-controversial ng product na to at napakasarap. Dalawa lang silang sumisikat ngayon. It's a trending product at malalaman natin kung bakit nga ba siya sikat na sikat. Makikita mo lang ang product na to actually sa mga tabi ng kalsada kung meron kayong kayo nasa probinsya. Alam niyo ba kung ano to? This is the world's first flavored kangkong. And I'm so happy to be here with the owner of Kangkong King Chips, none other than Frank Gao. How, Frank?
Good afternoon, China.
Hello. Gusto ko na kumagat.
Oh, super sarap yan. I encourage you to try it. Hello, mga ka-rich takers.
So ngayon, Frank, ano bang tawag dun sa mga followers mo ng Kangkong King Chips?
We call them kangkongers.
Kangkongers! So mga Kangkongers, good afternoon, Kangkongers. And I'm encouraging you to share this right now to your fellow Kangkongers. Tama? Frank, ang sarap nito. Actually, kanina pa kami nagtitik. Puro ako stop kasi ang sarap niya. So ngayon, anong nararamdaman mo? This is, I know that you've been featured to so many different shows. But what exactly is it that excites you most here in this particular guesting?
Of course, Bilyonaryo, Follow the Money has been the many inspirations of young businessmen na nagpa-follow talaga sa mga business trend. So, super saya namin na ma-invite kami dito. Pero kung sa business aspect talaga, super saya natin kasi we're able to create a new demand, which is kangkong. Tapos yung byproduct natin, we also help sa mga zoo, sa mga animal feeds.
Wow. So, paano ba nabago ng kangkong ang buhay mo, Frank?
Yung buhay, syempre, there's more work to be done. Kasi our company focuses on innovation and development. So, we never stop improving what is there in front of us. Kumbaga, ito, 3-4 years na kami, almost 5 years na kami, and each and every day, we still see to it that we innovate it. So
from dati na, bago maging Kangkong King Chips, ano yung ano mo nun? How do you describe your typical day compare as to now that your product is already trending?
typical day, dati kasi I'm into business na talaga. So, bata pa lang ako, mahilig na ako magbenta-benta. Magbenta ng bowler, magbenta ng damit, magbenta ng sapatos.
So marami kang products na tinry.
Yeah.
Until you reach to this point. So pakikwento naman sa akin bahagya kung anong klaseng buhay meron kayo before and after maging Kangkong King.
Like every other Filipino people, we're just normal na day-to-day commute. Nag-LRT tayo, nag-jeep tayo.
Talaga ba? Mukha kang rich kid.
Mukha lang, pero nakikipagtulakan na rin tayo. Na-try na natin manakawan sa jeep. Kumbaga, alam natin yung real life experiences kung ano talaga yung daily businesses or daily, hindi naman struggle, daily lifestyle of
A
everyone
normal
here.
person.
Yeah.
So paano siya nung nag-aaral ka? Were you brought up in an entrepreneurial family or are your parents have a business na alam mo nag-aabang ka na lang manahin?
My dad is a full-time feng shui consultant.
Ooh.
Yeah, and my mom has a store dati sa 999 Divisoria Mall. So, I can't say na big business talaga siya, pero nandoon yung, alam mo yon, mga ready-to-wear na we buy it from Bangkok and then we sell it here.
So, Frank, pakikwento mo nga, paano nabago yung buhay mo before and after Kangkong King?
Siyempre, dati, marami pa akong time to think, to explore things. Ngayon, grabe yun pag time management natin. Dapat we see to it na efficient talaga yung from 8 to hanggang gabi na. So from what time do you wake up? Ako mga 9, honestly.
9. So, anong oras natatapos yung araw mo?
My day ends at late ako eh. I'm a night person so I sleep mga 1-2
a.m.
Yeah.
So, from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m., yung buong yon, you're just thinking of the business. Dati, how do you manage it? Like, as you mentioned kanina that you have ventured into different businesses, nung nagtatry ka pa lang, are you giving the same amount of time to that business? Or ngayon, mas nasasabi mo ba na it's full-blown na talagang tutok your focus and you have your 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. to be able to cater to that? Ano ba yung pinaka nagbago sa'yo when it comes to, kunyari, yung mga chores na ginagawa mo, yung mga decisions na na binibigay mo sa tao?
So, what made us full-time dito sa company na to is because we're seeing our customers na yung mga magulang, they're always thanking us na yung mga kids nila napapakain nila ng gulay. Pangalawa, while growing the business, nakita namin yung impact natin sa local community natin na grabe yung demand na nabibigay natin sa mga farmers natin locally, especially dito.
So, I think what you're saying is that you have a new desire or purpose found in the Kangkong farmers, at the same time to the moms or parents of those kids na ayaw kumain ng gulay.
Yeah.
Okay, kung titignan mo parang kangkong lang yan. Pero, di ba? So, growing up, yung mindset mo when it comes to wealth, bata ka pa lang, ba tinuturuan ka ng magnegosyo? Kasi sabi mo nga, your parent is, they sell merchandise sa Binondo. Pero, naturuan ka ba or nakita mo lang or ikaw ba yung unang hindi ko naman masasabi na ikaw yung unang negosyante sa family, pero ikaw ba yung unang anak na kapag-isip ng negosyo?
Yes, because my sister, she worked as a designer for Kobonpue. And my brother worked corporate sa JLL, sa Jones Lang and Lasal. It's a parang maintenance provider for mga real estate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, ano yung nakapagpa-influence sa'yo to create a business and to start it on your own at hindi ka umasa na ipasa na lang sa'yo yung merchandise business niya?
The merchandise business kasi trading in general. Kung binili mo dyan, ibebenta mo dito. Parang it's not long term. For me, ever since I was a child, naisip na natin gumawa ng isang brand. Isang brand na hindi ko pa alam kumbaga napapanaginipan ko pa lang na lahat naman tayo na age, especially 30s, ganyan, 20s pa lang, we're thinking of franchising something, especially potato corner. Kumbaga lahat ng na-meet ko na ka-age ko, lahat, gusto ko mag-franchise ng potato corner, gusto ko mag-franchise ng... So us, while growing up, we really, hindi natin tinanggal at the back of our mind na pwede pa tayo gumawa ng negosyo na locally supported and, of course, healthy and bagong trend.
Pero, Frank, bakit kangkong?
Bakit kangkong? Kangkong has been a classic Pinoy appetizer for over many decades na. What made it different now, tayo bilang Kangkong King, tayo lang yung unang naglagay ng flavor nito. So we innovated it and made the brand out of it.
Out of all na gulay na popular sa Pilipinas, ano ang naging turning point mo? Bakit mo napili na kangkong?
Kangkong, sobrang rami tayo sa Philippines. So, from Laguna, Pampanga, Rizal, Bulacan, lahat ng city, lahat sinasabi nila maraming kangkong doon. So, yun nga, basta, kumbaga, nandyan na yung demand, nandyan na yung supply eh. So, we need to create a demand out of something. Kumbaga, ang rami pa natin mabibigay na work, tapos magagamit pa natin yung mga nasa backyard, nakikita lang natin everyday.
So, nag-create ka ng demand sa something na hindi masyado napapansin, which is very rich in the Philippines. So, if aside from kayo talaga ang nauna in terms of introducing kangkong chips in the Philippines, compared to your competitor, you decided to have food stalls. Kasi yung iba, di ba, makikita mo lang sa supermarket, nakapack. What's the reason behind this? Ba't gusto mong ipakita how kangkong chips is made? And do you want to give them the experience kung paano siya niluluto sa harap ng customer mo? Tama ba yun?
Yeah. Actually, my competitor, wala. Being Kangkong King, no? We started this sa mga bazaar, sa mga events, sa mga mall. We did it because, yun nga, yung nag-fuel sa amin, yun mga joy ng mga mothers, sa mga family, pati yun mga
Pero
Filipino farmers natin.
Bakit instead na i-pack mo na lang, i-distribute mo na lang sa grocery, pina-experience mo yung pagluluto? Bakit ganun yung naisip mo na concept?
Kasi crispy kangkong is, alam yan ng lahat, it's a classic Pinoy appetizer, pero siguro, konti pa lang talaga yung nakakatry na to. Kaya,
gusto mo bang pa-experience na bagong luto na maiyahain?
Yun rin, it's very fresh, it's very hot, and of course, it's spinach kangkong eh. So, bagong experience yun na sa 20-30 years na food chain dito sa mga mall, memorize ko na nga lahat eh, walang brand sige, waffle, sige, kwek-kwek, o sige, hotdog siomai, sige, potato. Yan na yun eh. Iba-ibang brand lang eh. Why not we innovate as Filipinos? We create something new for the masses na locally made.
So follow up on that, na kayo yung nauna sa business, ano yung kakaibang kalakaran nung nagsisimula ka pa lang, noon at ngayon? Kasi do you think mas madali bang mag-scale ng business or businesses ngayon because of the social media platforms? Or mag-trending ka lang ba one time ngayon, talagang dudumugin ka na ng tao?
of course, being the Kangkong King, being the pioneer in the industry,
Mhm.
sobrang nahihirapan kami kasi we set the standard eh. Kumbaga, sa pricing kami nag-set, sa packaging kami nag-set, sa pagluluto, sa pagmamarketing, lahat kami nag-set eh. So, ang hirap. Kasi, kumbaga, you created something out of nothing. Kumbaga, yung decision pa lang with our team na magkano natin bebenta to?
Mhm.
Paano natin to i-introduce sa market? Kumbaga, sobrang raming hurdles para,
So, nung nagsisimula ka,
yeah,
maraming hurdles.
grabe.
Nung 2019, that's right, it was established in 2019. May social media naman na. Pero before kasi the pandemic, it's so hard to point people to social media kasi parang part lang yan ng after work na nila. So, it's usually in person, ganyan. So, I personally think mas lalo kasing lumakas yung social media during the pandemic and after it. So, na-highlight kasi yung food business is essential and na-highlight na din na yung drive to support small local businesses. Ano yung thoughts mo when it comes to marketing it in social media? Naging mas madali ba for you o naging mas mahirap?
You know, COVID has, parang, ayoko sabihin okay siya, but for our business, Kangkong King, naging sikat rin siya through social media platform kasi everyone is at home. So, yan talaga yung time na we should learn, we should adapt with the marketing trends na kailangan we spend on sa mga ads, we learn. Kumbaga, it has been an undercover blessing kasi kailangan natin matutunan yung ibang aspect of the business which we should focus on.
So, may nag-video na nag-trending sa Kangkong King Chips?
Meron na rin.
Ano yung pinaka-video na nag-trending sa inyo, guys? Hindi,
Ay,
alam ko
yun,
may
Malabon Zoo.
Malabon
Ay,
Zoo.
okay.
Malabon Zoo. Oo, yung Malabon. Tama, no? Yung Malabon Zoo.
Yeah, yung Malabon Zoo, yun yung video na nag-trend sa amin.
Ang feature nyo dito is yung kangkong stems nyo, tama ba? Yung kangkong stems nyo ay hindi pa nabibigyan ng another product. So, dinodonate nyo to. Saan nyo to siya dinodonate?
We donated sa Malabon Zoo.
Sa sinong kumakain? Sinong particular animal sa kumakain ng kangkong
Kinakain
stems?
to ng mga baboy damo, kinakain to ng mga deer, kinakain to ng mga turtles, mga iguana.
So, yun yung mga automatic yun na once natapos na siya. At yun yung nag-trending na video sa inyo. Meron ka bang naiisip na product sa ngayon or tinitest ngayon out of kangkong stems?
As of ngayon, yes. Kasi nga, di ba, the mission of the company is to continue innovating it every day. So, yung leaves namin innovate, yung stems rin namin, we're trying to innovate it also. Pero, as of now, we're very happy na nadodonate natin siya sa zoo. And of course, yung mga ibang employees natin kumukuha rin ng mga stems kasi they can also eat it eh. Kumbaga, chop lang yun. Ilaga lang
Sasama
yun.
sa sinigang. Ayan, mga ka-rich takers, ano ba ang mga ulam nyo sa bahay na ginagamitan nyo ng kangkong? Ayan, tingnan natin. I-comment nyo down below. So, itong food na to, it's probably natural chips. Nasasabihin natin na healthy. Ano ba yung nakikita mo pa? What do you foresee in the future? What's the pipeline? Paano mo pa siya i-improve? And how do you foresee it? You don't have to say it kasi you have to be also secretive of your plans. But, how far will this kangkong take you? Sa tingin mo, in your vision?
In our vision, we want kangkong to be one of the staple pasalubong ng Philippines to the whole world. Kasi we mainly focus on mango, dried mango, and banana chips. We want a new product eh. We don't want to take away the current market share ng banana or ng mango. Marami pa tayong opportunity eh. Kasi we're going global eh. Now, from a simple kangkong, from a simple backyard vegetable, now, sobrang proud natin na we get to export it and let international people...
Ano ng country ang na-reach ni Kangkong King?
Now, we're available across US, sa Singapore, sa Dubai, sa Italy,
Wow!
Sa Guam?
Gaano kahirap magpa-approve? How long did it take you to have that approval para ma-export mo to? Kasi this is not, the typical dried mangoes that we have in the Philippines. So, ano yung kailangan mong daanan? Gaano kahaba yung proseso before you come up with your first export?
Ang tagal kasi ang rami natin mga certifications and mga trainings na kailangan in order na maabot natin yung
So, did it take you a year?
almost 1.5, 2 years siguro, the whole process.
So, kailangan din ng tiyaga when it comes to like innovation. Frank.
Sobra. Tiyaga. Consistency talaga.
Ito madalas tong tinatanong sa mga entrepreneurs. Sa tinatanong rin ito sa isang competitor nyo. So, relax ka lang. Kilala mo yon, kilala nyo yon. Gusto ko lang malaman kung anong take mo dito. Diploma o diskarte?
Diploma, of course.
Bakit, Frank? Bakit diploma?
Every top 10 richest people here in the Philippines, not only in the Philippines, nationwide, has their children take up studies. Kumbaga, ikaw, China, personally, kung may daughter or son ka, papaaralin, diploma
Of course,
ba?
I will give the best education because that's how I will provide love to my kids. So, nagigets ko yung sinasabi.
Yeah, parang, if diploma talaga, diskarte, dadating yan Pero yung diploma, it secures your future. Kumbaga, kahit saan kita ibato, kahit saan ako ibato ng magulang ko, kahit sa pinakalupalop ng mundo, basta may diploma ako, I can apply to a job that...
What I think is yung diskarte, it's something na magiging mas okay yung diskarte mo kung may diploma ka. Diba?
Yes.
Kasi magkakaroon ka ng, sad to say, this day and age, sometimes we see I call it the microwave age, wherein click mo lang, iinit na yung pagkain mo. But we have to see that in the process, we have to respect the process and to be able to put yourself in a position wherein you are credible enough to create a business, to make a difference in the world.
Correct.
You should also be educated, diba? So, for most of small businesses, ang kailangan talaga, break. Magkaroon ka ng break. Hindi break up Kailangan mo lang ng isang tao na maniniwala sa'yo. We interviewed Ate Rica's Baksilog. Ang naging break niya it's very inspiring because marami siyang pinakain during the time na estudyante pa sila. Yung estudyante na yun, graduate, bumalik sa kanya, doon siya natulungan na magkaroon ng franchising business from a simple karinderya. Si Lola Nena, someone posted in Let's Eat Pare ng triple cheese donuts. During the pandemic, walang ibang choice when it comes to merienda. Nag-viral sila. And then nagkaroon sila ng parang post on something that they're looking for some staff that focuses on values. Nag-trending sila ulit. What do you think is your break? Sino yung influencer or artista ba yan that gave you that break? Nag-trending kayo, yung Kangkong King Chips.
Super saya namin kasi nag-post sa amin dati si Dr. Vicky Velo, si Marian Rivera.
Oh, si Marian Rivera.
Yeah, rewind. At si
Napanood mo na?
Ellen Adarna.
Oh,
Grabe.
okay.
Si Ellen Adarna.
So, they just tried it?
Tapos super nag-enjoy sila sa snack. So, super thankful namin na they're really trying local brands, which is ito nga.
Do you have other supporting partners like different establishments din
Meron,
that help you?
yeah, meron some restaurants like Papa King, Nathaniel's, Cultura. Some restaurants, they also sell. Kaya, yun yung nag-help sa amin na mas makilala pa yung Kangkong.
I see. So, in terms of, believing in supporting yung business idea mo, and is there such thing as self-made? Kasi pag sinabi mong self-made, ikaw lang yung gumawa. A self-made millionaire, if I will term it, or, if I will translate it and verbalize it, it means that ako lang, dahil lang sa akin, naging milyonaryo ako. Would you think that is possible? Or is it possible when you have a team of good people like Ate Rica, like Steffi of Lola Nenas, who acknowledge their people behind that success. What's your take on that?
If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with a team talaga. Siyempre, with a team, yun mga weaknesses mo, kaya nilang i-cover eh. Kasi, me, myself, hindi naman ako magaling sa operations talaga because I'm too kind. Hindi rin naman ako magaling sa edit kasi I don't have the patience. Hindi ko rin naman kaya magstay sa commissary ng sobrang tagal kasi hindi ko kaya mag-repetitive job. But, being the president, meron akong roles na umikot sa lahat, see to it that everything is going smooth, going well.
So you acknowledge you have your weaknesses and your team completes to each and every strength that they have to form a good team.
Correct.
So you believe that yung team, being a team player, actually makes you or gives you or takes you to the next level.
Correct.
All right. So we
Perfect.
are now in the second part of this interview. We are now in Fast Talk. All right, we are now in Fast Talk. Okay, ito ha. Dapat walang major isipin. So, on top of mind, tell me, there's no right or wrong answer. Favorite flavor of Kangkong King Chips?
KKK original.
Okay, mag-aral o mag-business na lang?
Mag-aral.
Top 3 values na natutunan mo sa parents mo?
Hard work, consistency, tsaka being kind.
Mag-invest sa real estate o sa bagong business venture?
Business.
Start small or umutang para sa mas malaking kapital?
Start small.
Biggest or most expensive reward to yourself so far?
Vacation lang madalas eh. Vietnam.
Saan?
Vietnam. Yeah.
That's the farthest?
US, I've been.
Okay.
Kaso, ano yun?
Okay. So, stocks or crypto?
Stocks.
What do you prefer? Social media marketing or guerrilla marketing?
Guerrilla. It has been our way.
Dream country?
Dream country, Colombia.
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 Because of the girls. Second kangkong recipe that comes to your mind after kangkong chips?
Kangkong stems.
So, what comes into mind after kangkong chips? Second recipe?
Second recipe,
Kung
sinigang. Narinig yata yun. Okay.
how many stalls nationwide are you targeting?
We have hundreds of resellers eh. Pero stores, we want it to be hundreds eh. Pero it's hard.
Okay. Most ideal starting capital, estimate or range?
100 to 500.
Okay, for the last question for our fast talk, money is the root of all blank.
Money is the root of all purpose.
Why purpose?
Purpose. Because we still want to help our employees kasabay ng local industries natin. Pag lumaki pa yung Kangkong King, no, ang rami natin may help sa tuition fees, sa scholarships. Ito, gamit lang natin yung leaves, yung stems natin. We can also give it sa mga soup kitchen na libre yung stems, lugaw. So, yun, money is the root of all purpose because we want the company to have a clear purpose of helping our local communities, especially our Filipino farmers.
Nice. We're down to our last segment. This is Money Fest, our 3 Ascenso tips. Okay, now Frank, for the last portion of this segment, this is Money Fest. So give your top 3 or the 3 Ascenso tips for our viewers today.
3 things. Number 1, siguro love your brand more than anyone else. Kasi a customer, kahit sinong bumili dyan, they wouldn't love your brand eh. So, malakas man sales mo, mababa man sales mo, you should see to it na mahalin mo produkto mo. Number two, do not focus on the money, focus on the growth of the business. Parang parati kong binibigay na example. When you plant the tree, hindi naman mayat maya tinitingnan mo kung malaki na siya eh. So, you fix the foundation, you fix the operations, you fix everything. Pag malaki na yung puno, after ilan years, pag ripe na siya, that's the time na pwede na tayong pumitas-pitas
Ng
konti.
bunga.
Yeah.
And the third
Number
one?
three is find good people. Siyempre, marami akong traits na wala yung partners ko na sa tingin kong
Makakapag-grow ng
Yeah.
more ng business mo.
so marami akong kulang.
And vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa. So, yun. Yung 3 essential tips is, number 1 is love your brand more than anyone else. Number 2 is do not focus on the money, focus on the growth. Number 3 is find good people, find a good team.
Okay.
Yun. Yun
Thank
yung
you
3
so much, Frank. I hope that you, our listeners, probably have gotten a lot from me today. And I know that you will take things to the next level pa. And I'm so proud for you to be the representative of Kangkong in the world. All right. So for our next part of the show, Follow the Money, alamin natin kung ano bang stocks ang patok this 2024. This is our fearless forecast, and watch this.
I am excited to introduce to you today our fearless forecaster season ender, Miguel Sevidal. Miguel has a proven track record of success in the financial industry, having worked with top financial firms and earning several industry accolades. He is currently pursuing an MBA in the New York University Stern School of Business, where he continues to expand his skills and network. As our fearless forecaster, Miguel uses his expertise to analyze and predict market trends according to fundamentals, offering a unique and insightful perspectives on finance and investments. With his background in economics and management engineering, Miguel has developed a keen eye for identifying opportunities and potential risks in the market. Over the course of this segment, Miguel will share his latest forecasts and insights, helping you to navigate the world of finance with confidence. Get ready for a fascinating conversation with our fearless forecaster, Sevi.
Sa pagtatapos ng first season ng Follow the Money, let's welcome our fearless forecast guest for the season ender, Mr. Sevidal. Welcome, Sevi, to Follow the Money.
Hi, Sheena. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
And Happy New Year! So, let's ask you na this fearless question. What is your fearless forecast for 2024?
So, I actually prepared some slides for you guys. Yung fearless forecast ko for the PSEI this 2024 is to end at 7,200. Yun yung index target ko. Yung methodology is top-down. 12 times PE, which is where the price-to-earnings ratio of the PSEI is right now. For me, no change sa PE. Meron lang tayo 9% EPS growth. There will be earnings growth this year. And unlike 2023, which was the last siguro recovery year, may carry over momentum pa kasi reopening. This 2020-2024, pure organic growth na talaga siya, expansion-driven growth, wala nang reopening, wala nang base effects. What we can expect is the cyclicals will take the lead as far as growth is concerned. So mga banks, property names, conglomerates. So you're looking at about 9%, and that will lead us to our 7,200 index target for the end of the year.
So, Sevi, just for the sake of our newbies, at saka sa mga walang idea about the market, when you say cyclical stocks, ito ba yung seasonal na tinatawag?
Yes, so yung may season sa market. market, and that's usually driven by the interest rates, kung yung cost ng borrowing. Right now, for example, yung 10-year government bond is about 6.2%. 3 years ago, it was lower, 4.5% probably. So pag mataas ang rates, sometimes names like banks will do better. Pag mababa rates, you'll see names like property or conglomerates do better. So merong cycles tinatawag, may up cycle, may down cycle. And there are, so obviously nung last couple of years, may mga nadamay sa down cycle. Ngayon na we can expect rates to go down or to walang di naakyat at the very least, we can expect some of the cyclical names to do better.
And as you're mentioning, it's time for the banks, for the properties and conglomerates to lead and take charge.
You know, the banks have done well kasi the capital very undervalued. So I think it's, you know, these names have been doing well. Na nag-grow yung earnings nila, pero hindi favorable yung market environment kasi mataas nga yung interest rate. So hindi sila masyadong pinapansin, hindi pa nila time. Pero ngayon 2024, at least my view is time na nila para makahabol. So yung spotlight, mag-share naman sila in the spotlight in some sense.
All right. So, Sevi, how do you pick your stocks? How do you choose which ones are potentially good or has a potential to earn or to have a good upside?
So, I'm more fundamental than technical. Diba? There are two forms of analysis. Technical, yung very driven by charts and more short-term than anything. And that's okay para sa mga trader. Pero I'm more of an investor. Mas long-term yung horizon ko. And I really look at the companies. And hindi lang, when you look at companies, hindi lang siya puro financial statements, puro earnings. I really try to understand yung...
Yeah, kasi diba pag sinabing fundamentals, parang laging balance sheet lang, income statement. Yeah. So what is really, how do you look at it fundamentally?
So lahat talaga siya. Very holistic yung approach. Tinitingnan mo. First, you have to understand what's happening sa macroeconomy, whether it's global or local. So inflation, anong klaseng growth yung na-experience ng Philippines. And then you look at the industry. So what's happening in the specific sectors. Kung property, anong nangyayari sa offices, sa malls. Kung power, anong klaseng policies ang meron sa energy sector. Telcos, ano na nangyayari between competition between Globe and PLDT and dito. So it's really looking at it from a holistic perspective. So, and then you look at the company. Gaano ba kalakas yung company in this sector? Siya ba yung leader? Market share. May power ba siya to dictate prices? Pag let's say nagtaas yung competitors niya ng prices, kaya ba niya mag-survive? So these things, I really look. Sometimes pa I remember nung analyst pa ako, I would really go to the stores. So I covered consumer names. Minsan pupunta ako sa sari-sari store or sa restaurant to check out the, ano ba talaga nangyayari? Ano ba talaga yung products na pinibili? May pila ba talaga? Sometimes pupunta ako sa malls to check foot traffic. So it's really very holistic. Hindi lang siya financials. It's seeing, of course, kasama din yung financials. But more than that, it's looking at ano ba yung nare-reflect sa real world ng financials na to.
Yeah, parang Peter Lynch, tama? There's this Peter Lynch approach. I remember before when C2 started to become a fad in the Philippines, and it took really good performance sa URC na, 'di ba? Parang so kaya ngayon yung discipline ko when it comes to discovering products. Dati, I was just like, anong brand to? At saan to mabibili? But now that you're aware of the market, that it can be, somewhere under a listed company, when you look at the brand, you check, sino bang gumawa? URC ba? Like, di ba, yung mga Monde ba? These are the type of discipline na nababago when it comes to, just like how Warren Buffett, like Coke, Diba? Yung mga ganong approach. That's how I remember the way that you were saying na pumupunta ka sa sari-sari store. The past couple of weeks, itong nagdaan na holiday, anong brands ang nakikita mo that has a good potential when it comes to consumer behavior?
So I actually prepared a list for you guys ng aking top picks or preferred place. It's on the fifth slide, I believe. So, I've seen the holidays. Tama ka, China. You see these everywhere, and it may not be direct, pero malalaman mo na lang na yung supplier pala is this company, or yung landlord is this company. It's not always direct, but you see these companies are all around you, and they benefit from all the economic growth that's happening, all the economic activity that's happening. So, not just these holidays, but I guess my experience as an analyst over the past couple of years, yung preferred place ko are first Ayala Land, very quality name, very undervalued property company. This year, I think residential will do better. Malakas si Ali sa luxury and sa affluent segment ng property market. So I think that will carry their pre-sales and their bookings. Si Century Pacific, I've known this stock for the last siguro 8 years. It's a classic favorite, and I like na nasa index na siya, so it can get more attention. Consumer staples. Philippines has always been consumer play. We're known kasi consumption growth is 5 to 6% each year, real terms. Si CNPF, yung binibenta niya are staples. So kahit may slowdown sa growth, binibili pa rin siya. For example, milk, canned goods, and ngayon mas marami siyang binibenta na branded kaysa original equipment manufacturing. So may upside yung margins niya, and therefore yung earnings growth. Yeah. And then my personal favorite, since I've covered this stock the longest also, although I don't cover it anymore because I left the sell side, is Bloomberry. The Philippines is actually the fastest growing gaming markets in the world. And ang unique sa Philippines is, unlike Macau, for example, or Las Vegas, hindi natin kailangan ng tourists. Hindi tayo reliant sa tourism to carry yung momentum ng gaming. Yes,
in spite
malakas.
Mawala yung Chinese, yung buhay pa din.
Correct. And actually, this 2023, yung past 2023, halos walang recovery. Halos wala pala masyadong recovery yung tourism sector. Pero ang galing ng performance ni Bloomberry and the broader gaming sector kasi malakas yung domestic mass market natin. And then mag-o-open din sila ng second casino, Soler North, sa Quezon City. So mas lalo pang bibilis or tataas yung earnings growth niya.
Alam mo may trend talaga sa games. Ang mga Pinoy talaga siguro mahilig sa games. Kasi the last episode that we had was the Mineski naman, that e-games. And then looking at it, parang bumabalik na sa show sa mainstream ang e-games and also Bloomberry. What do you think naman of Lotto when it comes to napunta na ngayon sa online? Do you think it will have like a good upside that it's available to online na betting?
So I think may potential yung online definitely. We're in terms of online online penetration, mataas din yung Philippines. We have good smartphone coverage. We have good tumaas yung broadband coverage natin. So I think that definitely helps. And then when I talked to foreign investors before, talagang they couldn't understand bakit ang lakas ng domestic market. So I think it's really a cultural factor. It's not just Lotto, it's also sports betting. It's also before you had the e-sabong, right? So I think may momentum talaga. But I think yung nakikita ko talaga so far is people like going to the actual physical venue, whether yung Sabungan, for example, or in the case of Entertainment City, yung casino. Puno ang casinos. Before I would visit every so often, yung slot machines punong-puno. You could count how many lang yung walang hindi occupied na seat.
Do you play?
So no, I actually, I've covered casinos for so long, pero I never bothered to learn kasi natatakot ako baka ako din
So, meron factor talaga na parang medyo malapit siya na maging nakaka-addict, ganun.
I think culturally,
Aha.
I think also in China, for example, malakas yung betting culture. And I think here also, may malakas din na betting and gambling culture. That's why, for the longest time, before the pandemic and now again, we're the fastest growing gaming market in the world.
Why do you say na I remember you mentioning about GT Capital being one of the most, if not the most underrated stocks right now? Bakit?
I think if you look at GT Capital, it has a lot of components, conglomerates, Metrobank, the Toyota subsidiary, of course, Federal Land. The thing is that your market is not capturing all of that. Siguro at these levels, it's either Toyota or Metrobank. I think Metrobank lang nakakapture ng current market price. And I don't think that's fair at all. If you look at car sales, they're doing well. May demand pa rin here in the Philippines. They're consistently, if I'm not mistaken, market leader. So I think that deserves some recognition from the market as well. Not para hindi lang yung isang subsidiary ma-reflect sa share price ni GT Capital.
As an analyst before, Sevi, now that Bitcoin is a part of Fidelity, of BlackRock ETFs, how do you see that before and how do you see it now? Like, what do you think of cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin?
Admittedly, China, it's not my area of expertise. I do think there are use cases for it. It goes hand in hand with blockchain development. The rise of Bitcoin has been quite good, especially last year, did quite well. I do think it makes a case for the alternative as an alternative asset class. But what I think is needed more for Bitcoin is one thing is education. People don't understand fully what it is. If you look at some of the longer term studies, it's really an alternative to fiat currency. Over the long term, that's what it wants to accomplish. So education on really not just how to buy it or how to acquire or how to hold, but really the benefits and the use cases of Bitcoin as an asset class and the blockchain, right? So that's number one. Number two is yung access from for the local market. I remember, I think up to the pandemic siguro, until the time I left for the States graduate studies, hindi lahat ng banks may direct mechanism to allow you to invest in Bitcoin. Of course, I think Gcash had the G-Crypto service already, so that was a good development. Pero it's not, of course, accessibility is still an issue. So I think as more banks or financial services institutions offer the service to allow you to invest or provide an intermediary to invest, I think mas magiging accessible din yung asset class na Bitcoin.
Nice. So, hindi ka naman anti, which is, di ba, dapat as an investor, kailangan open ka sa lahat ng possibilities that what kind of opportunity that comes in. Thank you so much. And dahil ikaw ay fearless forecaster, we will end this segment, kagaya ng tradisyon namin sa lahat ng mga fearless forecaster. I'll show you a meme. Ito talaga, wala kang idea, di ba? And then, look at it. Was there a time na nakarelate ka dito, even though that you are a fundamentalist? And if not, what do you think is the wisdom behind this meme? Can we show the meme? Ayan. I'll start trading because my 9-to-5 job is so stressful. Also me. So what do you think, Sevi?
Very relatable. Kasi as someone, I claim to be long-term, pero I'm not, ako din minsan napapatingin ako parang if consecutive days ng pabagsak, should I take profit or even cut loss at this point? I think, dapat may patience talaga. Whether trading is your 9-to-5 job, quote unquote, or it's something you do for investing purposes or as to gain money on the side. Kailangan talaga may patience ka and may konting tatag ng loob. You can't just take profit bigla. Sometimes kasi magkakamali ka talaga and sometimes discouraging yung signs ng charts. Sometimes may timing factor din. But I think there's really kailangan talaga maging patient and eventually I think if tama naman yung process mo, if pinag-aralan mo yung investments mo, if you did your due diligence, I think over time you will realize you made the right decision. So wag lang kabahan kagad. Don't despair right away. I think timing is a big part of it as well.
So even in terms of fundamental investing, there's still such thing as timing, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. You want to buy when it's cheaper, of course, and you don't wanna sell cheap either, di ba? Gusto mo pag medyo overpriced na or medyo expensive na yung stock, that's when you take profits and you buy something else na may better value.
Well, that is very insightful, Tevi, and thank you so much for being with us here as the season ender of our Fearless Forecast. And I think if this is gonna hit us on the second season, alam ko hindi to yung last time that we will invite you. Thank you so much, Sevi.
Thank you so much to you, China, and to Follow the Money. My forecast was 7-2, but I'm more than happy to be proven wrong na kung mas mataas pa yung PSEI.
Of course. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. See you soon, China.
Sa buhay, maraming challenges. And regardless of your age, we have seen that our entrepreneurs and our forecaster are very young. But iisa lang ang nakikita ko sa kanila. They have outgrow fear. If you want to achieve something, I hope that you outgrow your fear. Everything that is outside or on the other side of fear might be your dream come true. And, having this season of Follow the Money brings you something to change in your mindset. Are you fearful? Ikaw ba natatakot mag-take a step or leap of faith? Sabay-sabay nating itry at subukan na mag-achieve ng something that because you'll never know, it might be something that will change the world. This is China Barachina and the first season of Follow the Money.